Okay, so for Sagittarius, just to let you know, I have a group, Wednesday psychic practice group, where a bunch of psychics in different levels come to practice their psychic abilities. They practice their psychic abilities on one person. It happens every month. If you would like to get a free reading by the group, all that information is below. And if you would like to get a reading by me, I'll leave that information below as well. So let's see what's gonna happen for Sagittarius for May. Random messages. I feel like your phone is gonna be blowing up by a lot of people trying to influence you back to a certain lifestyle that you don't want to do anymore. I feel like for some, like, you're trying to break some sort of habit, or you're trying to change your life, and you're not trying to do certain habits that you did in the past. And I feel like your phone is going to be blowing up with people who are going to be trying to tempt you to do that, like to go back to that. You know, I feel like that might leave you irritated. And I feel like you're gonna realize that a lot of these connections were very surface level, and they're not as deep as you thought it was. I feel like also there's gonna be people like really trying to fight for your attention, like to come and like, oh, I'll pay you this, I'll pay you that, like, don't worry about it, I got you. Like, really trying to tempt you back into certain things that are very surface level. And I feel like you're gonna realize that these people are not really people you want to really be around no more. Even more, it's gonna be even highlighted even more. And yeah, like, it's sort of a realization of like, what am I doing here? I also get here like your mind being very foggy in general. Like, I feel like you're gonna be very much in your head, thinking about your decisions, thinking about what you want to do next in the future. I feel like there's also a lack of sleep because you are thinking a lot about life. And I feel like some of you guys are going to be having like a really bad eating habit for May. And I really feel here like a lot of like pessimistic behavior. Like a lot of pessimistic behavior. I feel like it's sort of like you don't really believe in yourself. Your confidence is going to be lacking. It's sort of like you appear very conceited, and not in a good way, to be honest. I feel like other people can tell that it's like fake confidence, or it's just confidence to try to not let other people notice that you actually feel extremely insecure. So I feel like that's going to be more highlighted, or it's going to be more like people are going to be able to see it in a more vivid way. And I feel like that's going to make you feel very unsettled, you know? It's like there's going to be a battle within yourself. Yeah, battle within yourself. I feel like you are not going to want to deal with other people for May. You're probably going to want to be really low key. I also see you growing emotionally, like growing emotional intelligence, like being more cautious about how you come off as and being real with yourself. I feel like, you know, for the next 2 weeks of May, like you're gonna be in this learning stage about yourself and how to really be a better version of yourself, like polishing your personality. And I feel like by the end of the week of May, you're gonna be feeling like, you know what, I need to step up more. I need to really step up more and stop feeling bad about myself. So I definitely see that. I see like a burst of creativity bursting in the end of the month, but I feel like for the first beginning weeks of May, I feel like you're like a struggle, like an inner struggle. You know what I like is that it's sort of like you're looking for solutions instead of being an avoidant of like the reality of things. You're like trying to leave any type of drama really far away. You're not trying to entertain that, like family wise and also like friend wise. You're not trying to leak your energy there. It's sort of like you're staying far away from it and you're trying to deal with your own stuff. And I feel like you're gonna be having a short temper for like nonsense. You're just gonna be like, you know what, I don't need this sort of thing. So I feel like you definitely need to save your energy because you do need to focus on yourself. And I feel like you should invest in learning what emotional intelligence is because it's going to help you a lot. And I feel like you're going to be looking back at like how you reacted before, how you behaved before. So it's like you're having accountability now. You're not like hiding from the truth. There's something about learning about emotional intelligence here, or learning something about your own personality that you don't like and that you want to like be better about. And I do feel like a sense of you're not feeling bad for yourself no more. Like it's gonna eventually get there. You don't feel bad about yourself no more. You're taking steps. You want to take steps to do better instead of just like not doing anything. So yeah, like I see here like so someone came and interrupted Sagittarius reading. So I'm just gonna continue again. Forgot what I even said. But let's just continue. So Okay. Okay, so I feel like for Sagittarius, I feel like for May, like I feel like you're gonna be very much in this reflective mode. I feel too that you're gonna be thinking about a job from your past. Some of you guys might be like thinking about going back to that job, or thinking about like, should I go back to it? Should I not? There's a lot of questions about it, or something similar to a job from the past. And I feel like you're gonna be very mentally overload. There's a lot of mental, for me, every time I see this card is like a lot of mental overload. I also feel like so much mental activity to the point that there's a lot of negative talk going on in your head. It might even make you feel like you're losing control over your life or what you're supposed to do. And I also feel like there's going to be a feeling of like, you know what, I actually do need help. So there's going to be some sort of reflection of like, I probably do need help. So maybe you're going to be thinking about, maybe I should reach out to this person or to this place so I can get some help. So there's great reflection about getting help and actually being serious about it. Now, I also get like you wanting to go, for some of you guys, you're gonna want to go back to some sort of job from the past, or thinking about like even reaching out to them. And for some, it's just like you might be interested in going to some sort of title that you did in the past, something in the past, some sort of job from the past. A lot of like you being very focused on yourself. You might even be seen as a little bit snobby, a little bit of a loner too, and a little bit of standoffish sort of behavior. Like definitely staying in your own world, focusing on yourself, and even like detaching from your own family a bit, seeming a bit detached. Because I feel like you're really thinking about your own goals, like your stability, your finances, your goals, like how serious you've been taking them and how serious you haven't, how like so many things you haven't really accomplished that you said you was going to do. So I feel like all of this is going to burst a lot of insecurity, but also like a serious conversation with yourself. I also keep seeing here that like you really thinking to yourself about having a different behavior about like a present job that you don't really feel so happy with, like deep down you don't really feel happy with. You might feel like, okay, it gives you some money but it doesn't give you enough. So yeah, I keep getting that. I also keep getting here like fear of like everything falling apart. It's like I keep getting you thinking like, you know, like this doesn't really offer me the stability I want. Like I desire more. Like maybe your lifestyle requires you to make more money and you're thinking like, this is not really gonna make me happy in the long run. I also get here like you feeling extra chatty as well. It's sort of like, yes, you want to be a loner, but at the same time I see here that you being extra chatty with someone specific. It could just be like with people that you feel comfortable with, you know? I feel like it's more like you talking, but talking about like justice or like society, like feeling like rebellious about certain things in society. I feel like it's not talking about yourself, it's more like talking about society. So some of you guys are going to be really into like society, talking about like how the justice system is not fair for society or how the world works, something like that. More of like a collective sort of thought, not just focus on yourself. Like more of like, for example, like the president or how he's running the world or things like that is more of a topic conversation that you will feel triggered to speak about. So I feel like this month is going to be like being real with yourself and needing to take mature moves, because I feel like you think about doing changes, but there's a sense of not a lot of seriousness. Like it feels serious at the moment, but then when you get caught up in something else, it's like you forget, or you start going to another direction. It's like hard for you to focus and finishing one thing. So yeah, be careful with that. For some of you guys, I also feel like you're going to be really craving spiritual knowledge too, like wanting to know a lot of things about spiritual knowledge or your subconscious mind. Oh my God, did you see this? We have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Queen of Cups. We have two queens here, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's so interesting. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys are really going to be tuning back to yourself, being very much of trying to take care of the sorry, taking care of the bills, trying to really focus on yourself very much. Trying to really be more responsible. I feel too like there's gonna be some really good news that's gonna be coming for you. Some good news is gonna be coming towards you that's gonna really lift your spirit up, and it's really gonna give you a lot of like clarity in regards to what you should do. Someone who is very knowledgeable, someone who has a lot of wisdom. I don't feel like it's just one person. I feel like it's two. There could be two women that are going to be giving you some great advice in regards to what you're supposed to do, so you can feel more happy and content with yourself. And that might mean that you have to do a couple of changes, and that might mean that you might need to spend, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. So I see you working. I see you, even though you don't really feel content with either the money that they give you there 100%, but I see you like reflective, and I feel like some sort of advice is going to come in that is going to really keep you thinking about, you know, certain decisions, like very inspiring advice from two people. And I get like that you will actually get to a point where you're like, you know what, they're right, but you gotta be careful of like saying like, I feel like it's sort of like you say one thing, but sometimes you really don't end up even doing it. Like at the moment you feel very good about it, you're like, okay, yes, I'm gonna do this, but then after you kind of forget about it, and then you don't do it. So there's something about needing to learn how to, whatever you start, to finish it. Like whatever you start, finish it. Don't just leave it halfway. Okay, so someone is conjuring demons to enlist their help to work against you. Major curse breakthrough. Someone's is doing magic to bring sexual confusion into your mind. Okay, so the first one I feel is that I feel like with this, with demon and with sex, you might have like a either hypersexuality, or there's some sort of like something involving sex that you're not so, like a secret sort of thing that you feel like sometimes takes over you, and you start getting very confused about it. You might be feeling quite questionable about either your identity or what sex is about. You might even feel like sometimes it's just so strong where you can't really take it or something. There's something here about that. So I feel like with this card here, that you're gonna start really thinking seriously about maybe your sexual habits, your sexuality or your identity. Like, you're gonna be thinking about it in a serious manner, and I feel like you should, because there's something here that is not a good habit or is not healthy, and you might have thought it's healthy but it's not. And I feel like there's, like, you don't want to do this anymore. You don't want to do that type of behavior no more. You don't want to be either hypersexual or like keep feeding or having encounters that at the end of the day just leaves you confused. Like, it leaves you the same, like more confused even. So that's what I'm picking up for Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thanks.